It is time now for the Peter Chell 3 o'clock news and it's Thursday afternoon going into Thursday evening, January 28th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Your 3 o'clock news and I'm there. Top story at 3 o'clock. Here is the Zika virus is now spreading explosively in the Americas ahead of the World Health Organization said on Thursday, with a number of officials saying between 3 million to 4 million infections in the region over a 12-month period. The Republican Party will begin its seventh and final pre-Iowa debate in the same way it began in its first obsession over Donald Trump and his hijack the GOP's presidential primary. Michigan Governor Rick Snyder doesn't know how many lead pipes that are in Flint, just how many lead pipes are there in Flint, Michigan, where the water has been undrinkable because of high lead levels. NASA distributed flags and pensions flown over the ill-fated STS-51L space shuttle Challenger mission in 1986. 30 years later, those flags are not easily located on public display. Disneyland Paris guards stuffed the gunman and turned into weapons and accompanied Grand inside a Park Hotel. Officials said that no one was injured in the gunman and his female accomplice were arrested on Thursday. Affluent teen Ethan Catch, convicted of fatal 2013 drunk driving attack, is in the custody of Texas juvenile 4 days after finding out in Mexico City on Thursday. Tarrant County Sheriff D. Anderson said. Berlin, Sweden, which had been one of Europe's most welcoming nations for migrants in 2015, said Thursday may expel to 80,000 asylum seekers in coming years. London, at least 24 people drowned and 11 others were missing after a boat of Karen. Iraqi Kurds saying covered the Greek island of Sandos and an agency closer to Turkish coast. The party they said on Thursday. And Islamic State militants claimed responsibility for a suicide car bombing outside Yemeni and President Abu Mansour Hadi's residents in the southern city of Aden on Thursday killed at least 6 people. Seoul, South Korean officials are not publicly confirming Japanese reports that North Korea is preparing a missile launch within next week. In Seoul, North Korea sounded its Mexican cosmetics after Kim Jong-un called for the evolution of good North Korea products compete with global brands. In Seoul, United States and South Korea conducted a joint drill involving fire products from both Air Force in the wake of North Korea's nuclear test. Former Mayor Buddy Cianci of the West Crack of Political Road, who presided over the rehabilitation of Providence, Rhode Island, during 2 stints in office, cut short by criminal charges and prison sentence for corruption, died Thursday at the age of 74. Mark Greenberg, acting assistant secretary for Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families, testified before senators on Thursday, as half-passing Governor Claire left migrant children vulnerable to human trafficking, senator said. Burns, Oregon, and occupational Oregon wildlife refugees drilled and officials arrested additional people involved and continued Thursday to blockade the facility. The heir to the top-tier Republican presidential candidate said on the first day in office they will shift power over the education from the federal government back to the states and local communities. Washington, a new and event in the documentary, broke, busting, and discussing it. It highlights the breakdown in the student loan system and administrative students. Washington, Americans in search of an order to find quality called well-being should look to Hawaii and avoid West Virginia, survey indicates. New York, ABC announced changes to the rules for the next Republican presidential debate that could limit the number of candidates on stages to 6. OPEC delegates said it in a no-meeting plan in the West after the country's energy minister, Alexander Novak, indicated that he was willing to meet with a group next month to coordinate oil export policy. New York stocks President Thursday afternoon after getting off the Wall Street start. The price of oil is coming in for the third straight day as key oil producing nations discuss cuts in production here as looking at the stocks here today. We're up 111.21 points at 69.55.67 SP 500 18.92 SP 500 up 9.36 points at 892.31 and Nasdaq up 30.22 points at 4,498.39. Application unemployment for the U.S. began and declined last week from a 6-month high, indicating firms remain low following volatility typical associated with the post-holiday staff adjustments. Iran placed a 9-line order with 118 Airbus Group SC jetlines, including 12 A380 Super Jumbos and secured and recorded with PSA. Peugeot Citroën for modernization of Turan car plant and its president has had Iranian space sanctions European shopping trip. Washington. Rolls-Royce has been contacted by the U.S. Air Force to supply spare engines and provide propulsion system and system for the C-130J aircraft. Paris Airbus 7 launches has finalized an architecture for this Ariane 6 launch vehicle and announced maiden launch to take place in 2020. The medieval manipulations of Oxford toiling and torchlight in the land average drive like managing to invent a simple form of calculus that could be used to track the motion of heavenly bodies. A scientist one day discovered life on Mars that might just want to think of tiny fungi found on them. Antarctic rock says there's cryptid developed fungi which normally are found in the McMurdo Dry Valley in the Antarctic Victorian land with streets descent. Some activists intimidate their neighbors by turning back, standing tall, and looming over the threatening 8-armed Dracula. Veteran Ronald Rimmer is discussing the transdermal nerve stimulation neuromodulation device with I'm directed in Neuromodulation Division UCLA Stimulus Group for Neuroscience and Human Behavior and a psychiatry professor as UCLA researchers develop therapy to treat PTSD and depression. Every time you stop a sweat with a towel after hard work, you wipe away potentially revealed information, but sweat won't be taken for granted much longer. The National Institute of Mental Health estimates that a little over 1% of the U.S. adult population has schizophrenia, and illness that is characterized as a chronic severe disability mental disorder brought about by deficits in thought. Caffeine likely to make hearts jittery. NHL news time is now 3:06 p.m. and 2 on Friday, Sagamore Avenue in Medford, Massachusetts, at 190 Sagamore Street. And now the leader sports for tonight. The North Lancers will be squaring out against the Durfee Hilltoppers down in Fall River at 5 o'clock tonight. In Nashville, the 2016 NHL Honda All-Star Weekend started on Thursday with an opening of the 2016 NHL Fanfare presented by Bridgestone in the Music City Center at City Dark Exhibit Hall across the street from Bridgestone Arena. Columbia, Missouri. Missouri dismissed quarterback Manny Mack from the football program on Thursday after 3 missteps included 3 suspensions over the past 4 months. Houston answered starter Doug Fisk with a 1-year deal. And the Red Hot Toronto Raptors have no strange regular season success, but playoffs have been another story. This year they have plenty to prove. And 22 Hall of Famers make Super Bowl golden team as Joe Montana, Joe Green, and Emmitt Smith are among the 22 Football Hall of Famers voted Super Bowl 50 golden team. Peter Chell News Times now 3:07 here on this Thursday afternoon going into Thursday evening here in Santa Alpha 8. Travel report. Let's throw you up down around where 95 and southbound sides put up second. S-curves all the way to downtown Providence here. 146 on the southbound side, so for Route 15 in North Providence, get in downtown Providence here. Jamestown, Newport, and Mano bridges are looking good here. In southeastern Massachusetts, it is looking good here. We got Route 25 on the eastbound side connected to Browser Bay, so expect some delays here. Southbound side of the Bourne Bridge, just a little slow here. 24 on the northbound side, it did so from Harrison Boulevard and Avon due to an accident on 24 southbound between exits 20 and 19 between Stoughton and Avon exits there. So expect delays on 24 to southbound side from 120 and all the way out to Route 139 Stoughton and 124 on the northbound side. So from Harrison Boulevard and Avon to Route 139 and Stoughton here. I-91 on the southbound side of Wilson, 291 in Springfield, 291 southbound side of Wilson, I-91 in downtown Springfield, and I-91 interchange to the Mass Pike in Chicopee. It's a little slow here. I-91 on the southbound side, a little slow before I-84 downtown Hartford, and I-84 to the eastbound side, a little slow before around I-91 and downtown Hartford here. Southeast Express on the southbound side, slow from the Mass Pike all the way out to the Braintree split. Southeast Express on the northbound side, slow from Quincy all the way out to downtown Boston here. Tipping on the tunnel of both ends of downtown Boston, it is slow. 93 stop and go from Medford all the way to downtown Boston here. 120 in the southbound side of slow from 3 Woburn all the way out to Route 3 in Burlington here. 120 in the northbound side of slow from Trail Road and Waltham all the way out to Route 3 in downtown Burlington, Massachusetts here. 93 in the northbound side is slow from Somerville all the way up into Medford here. Route 1 in the northbound side slow from 180 all the way to Route 99 in Revere, Saugus section here. 93 in the northbound side, so for 125 in North Andover, all the way up to 495 in Lawrence here. 495 on the southbound side, it did so around in Lawrence, search around Route 93. 93 in the southbound side, a little around 495 in Lawrence here. Highways in Vermont and in New Hampshire. It's looking good here, and in the main turnout, looking from York to Augusta via Paulton here, 295. Looking good from Portland to Augusta, 95. Looking good for the Minnesota Holton via banger here. And Adam 295. On the northbound second, the next in Freeport, Maine, so expect some delays here. Okay, looking at MBTA alerts here at 310. Subway system is looking good. Whistle line, train 519, 1:35 p.m. from South Station is operated 10:50 minutes beyond schedule between Framingham Station and Worcester Stations here, but otherwise, Commuter Rails looking good here, and the ferries they are looking good. Peter Chell News Times now 3:10 here on this Thursday afternoon here, and it is 7:30. A weather report here. Tonight's gonna go like this. For tonight, we are gonna see some increased clouds, about 20 degrees, calm wind. Friday, clouds got high about 39 degrees, calm wind becoming northwest wind 6 in the afternoon. Friday night, cloudy during the early evening, then gradual clear with a low around 25 degrees, northwest about 6 to 11 miles an hour here. Saturday, both sides got about 39 degrees, northwest about 6 to 9 miles an hour, becoming southwest in the afternoon. Sunday night, most clouds got about 29 degrees. Sunday, both sides got about 49 degrees. Sunday night, most clouds got about 35 degrees. Monday, most of the clouds got about 51 degrees. Monday night, chance of showers before 10 p.m. Most clouds got about 36 degrees, precipitation 30%. Tuesday, most of the clouds about 50 degrees. Thursday night, chance of rain, most clouds got about 37 degrees, precipitation 50%. Wednesday, chance of rain, clouds got about 52 degrees, precipitation 50%. Right now, not near, currently not near, it is clear skies, clear blue skies, and the temperature is 42, and humidity 55%. That is gonna be it, Fada. Peter Chell, 3 o'clock news, and it's late Thursday afternoon, going into Thursday evening, joining 28, 2016. Peter's here with good 8 noon, good positive to the 3:11 o'clock for a late night report. Have a good evening here